Gary, a fantastic win and a very dominant performance from first to last.
Yeah, I thought we were excellent today. I thought the crowd got behind us from the first minute, full of voice. I think 19,700, biggest attendance of the year, I believe. It made a huge difference. We started brightly. Some of our attacking play was really, really good. Our front, I think Viv was a little bit nervous on his first game, but that's understandable. First half, I think he grew into the game. But I think the other three attacking players were very, very strong today and very good. John Terrell, I thought, was excellent, as good as he's played for us. Clayton coming back makes a huge difference, and Jack Magoma as well. I thought Jack was very, very good. Obviously took his goal fantastically well, a moment of individual brilliance, but we really should have been a lot more comfortable. We've hit the bar, we've hit the post, we've had numerous chances, balls flashing across the box. Their keepers made quite a few good saves, and I think Thomas has probably had to make one or two half saves, so it was a good afternoon, and a really encouraging way to finish the year.
Should have had a penalty, and as you said, you created a lot of chances. Did you think the goal was going to come in the end?
Yeah, I did. I felt the penalty was, if that's not a penalty, I really don't know what is. Maybe you've got to catch the ball and look at the referee before it is. The linesman was really close. For me, that's a blatant penalty, which would have settled us down really early and would have given us a great chance. But I did feel the goal was going to come today. We got into so many good positions. We knew that we had the likes of Vorney, the likes of Demari on the bench for fresh legs, which I think worked well for us today. I think MK Dons had to change their team and freshen up and lose maybe two of their better players in Maynard and Murphy. I think for us we had, two or three of our better players coming back in fresh. And it was amazing how they got through the game. Really, I think Clayton just looked stronger and stronger as the game went on after being out for 6 weeks, and it was great to have him back. But I did feel the goal would come. I was quite confident in that, and when it did, I was particularly pleased.
And it was some goal as well from Jack Magoma. I think everyone was expecting him to square it for John Terrell, but no, he decided to go his own way.
Yeah, he jinked inside, didn't he? He had five defenders between him and the goal. I watched it again. It's amazing what he does, really. And John's on the edge of the box free. Looks as though that's the obvious pass and probably the right pass to make. He feints to pass to John, does a little Cruyff turn. All five defenders go the wrong way, and he smashes it in the roof of the net. So brilliant from Mags. He's threatened to do that again. He's another one. He's scored 4 goals for us so far this season, which is what you want your wingers to do. You need your wingers to have that type of end product, and he's certainly started to give us that. First goal at home as well, I believe, so I'm sure that will give him even more confidence than he's already got.
You gave Viv Solomon Otterbourg his starting debut. How would you assess his performance?
Yeah, again, I think sometimes young players have their first game or their first start. He's obviously been on the pitch numerous times, but their first start, and some players light up the place, and everyone goes away and talks about how much they're going to be worth in the future, and then maybe die off after 5 or 6 performances. I think with Viv, he was probably one of those young players that felt a bit nervous. He's a little trying too hard almost, and he's up against an experienced player in Lewington, and perhaps played up against him too much. And I said that to him. I said, listen, your biggest attribute is your pace. Run, movement, make it hard for him second half. And second half he worked incredibly hard. I think he blocked a clearance, chased it again, got something from it, lifted the crowd, and it lifted him. And I thought he was much better second half. But again, it's all part of the learning curve. We felt as though he was worthy of a start because he showed so much coming on the pitch, and he tends to do what we ask him to do. He's a very selfless player. So and also Demari had a migraine yesterday, felt a little bit rough this morning. So we felt the right thing to do was perhaps go with one extra fresh player on the wing and keep Demari if we needed him for the last 20 minutes.
And a couple of players coming back into the side for you, one at either end of the pitch, Clayton Donaldson and Paul Robinson, huge influences today.
Yeah, I think Glees as well. We miss Glees when he's not playing in terms of his control he has on the ball. But the two players that you mentioned, of course, big players for us. And we've had big players out. We said that before. Clayton, Cots, Robbo. And I think for us, to go in this period and to hang in there, which is kind of what we've done, to come out the back of it now with 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat in the last 5 games or 6 games or whatever it is a good run for us, and it's a positive run and a good way to end the year, which has been a very strong year for us, considering where we were performance-wise before that. So yes, it was nice to see them back, and I felt they've really contributed to an excellent performance.
Great to bounce back in this way after Boxing Day, and now you take it into the new year with Brentford at home on Saturday.
Yeah, again, we knew we had 2 home games coming up. If you can win the first one, it gives you a lift for the second one. And it's been a really, really good opportunity for us to pick some points up on the board and get back into where we need to be. So again, we've got a good group, and they're really together, and they'll encourage each other. Sometimes I think we encourage each other too much, and maybe occasionally need to get a little bit tougher with each other out on the pitch and demand a little bit more. I thought we demanded more today. And it's an excellent start or end to the year, but start of this little period, we're getting the 3 points.